Welcome everyone to the Electric Supercar channel. This week we're going to get this 1992 Nissan 300ZX moving.
Maybe we got full power now.
That sounded like something broke. It is not 3D printed. Okay, maybe it is 3D printed. No voltage? So we've had this vehicle for quite some time, and this is one of our more challenging builds. So this one is a dual motor build.
We're mounted.
We do very much love this one. We switched out the entire suspension and steering. The time has come for this one to be on the road. So follow us through this video and we'll show you how it's done. Let's get to it. So previously we've shown you mounting the motors, both the rear motor and the front motor. So now we're gonna pick up with installing the battery boxes. All right, so this battery box here is for the Nissan. Pretty close to being done. We're just checking some of the isolation. Maybe gotta do a little wire cleanup here. But then this outer case goes on, and we've got kind of also an access panel here. Looks like I gotta put on the coolant stuff too. So we'll do a quick time lapse for you and show you how it goes. On the back of the battery box, put a bead of the seam sealer here and got all the nuts, and we got these weather sealing washers. It's got a rubber side. When you tighten it, it kind of seals everything up. So did that on both sides. We're gonna just kind of verify a few other things here before we put that guy on. We're now doing a pressure test. Just gonna have it at 4 PSI. It's kind of the upper end of the pressure that it'll see. Just keep this for a couple hours or maybe overnight, make sure everything's good. While we're waiting, we'll go ahead and put the kind of surround for this one on. Got a couple bus bars to hook up, and the last piece is really just kind of the access cover here. Here it is next day. We're still at 4 PSI. So we're just going to do a couple more checks on the battery management system. Probably try and tidy some of these away just a little bit, but then we'll put the front access panel cover on, and this way we'll be done. So this cover, we still got to put on the vent here. Got to put on a quick disconnect here as well. But we're going to put this one on the Nissan, make sure it fits, and do some welding for the supports. If you remember the Nissan, we actually had to take some material out kind of behind the back seat. So essentially the body was cut, the undercarriage, or basically where the motor was, had to be cut to relieve spot for the motor to exist. So we needed then to weld on some panels. All right, we got the back seat patched up, but then we needed to actually create mounting. How are we gonna mount the rear battery box? So we put John to work on fabricating some mounts.
Hold it in place while I tack it. Okay, I finished welding everything up. Got this side welded, looking pretty good. And I got these brackets welded, ground down anything that was raised up. I'm gonna clean them up, get them painted, paint everything else in the car, and then reinstall, make sure everything still works. Been working on the rear battery for the Nissan. This new middle support in from Oshkosh, just barely tacked it in place. I had the battery box up here, made sure everything still fits, installed the mounts that I made. Everything's great. I really like it. I had to do a little bit of cleaning up of the weld here to clear the bolt head, but other than that, it was really good. Got that up in place where it's going to be contacting the middle of the battery box, and tacked it, made sure that I could still remove the battery box. Now I'm gonna go ahead and weld that entire metal support in. I'll take off the rubber first so it doesn't melt, but after we get that welded in, we can paint everything and we'll be done. Then we can assemble the battery box and install that. Now I gotta see if I can actually remove the battery box, make sure everything's good. So I'm gonna undo the bolts and then see if I can't yank it out.
This is the ABOK. It is a 3600 watt portable power station. What I like about this one is it actually has, I'll call it like a suitcase handle. So this one can pull out all the way like this. You can walk it up, makes it very portable since you don't have to carry the whole weight. So you got an AC input, a DC input. You've also got overload protection. With 3,600 watts of output, it can power large appliances like refrigerators, power tools, TVs, lights, and more, whether you're at home, camping, on a job site, or facing a blackout. Again, this is just nice if you're working on a car. So I've got the computer, I need to use the hot glue gun. It's just nice to have portable power so people aren't tripping over cords.
Just using my ABOK power station. Keeps me charged.
All right, so we've been using this for the better part of a month, never charged it, and we're still at 13%. It features multiple output options, including AC outlets, USB ports, and DC sockets. So you can plug in almost anything you need all at the same time. This power station works with solar panels or AC wall power, giving you flexible charging and true off-grid power. It has easy-to-read LED display panels that show battery status, output watts, and remaining runtime so you always know how much power is left. Built tough and reliable, it also has multiple safety protections to guard against overload, overheating, and short circuits, keeping you and your devices safe. Whether it's for emergency home power, RV and camping adventures, outdoor work, or everyday convenience, the ABOK portable power station keeps your power running strong. If you haven't upgraded your power setup yet, now is the time. We use this portable power station all the time. It is very helpful in our shop, especially so you don't have to trip over cords and you can take it anywhere and you have all the power you need. So if you could use something like this in your shop or your home, I'll leave a link in the video description below.
Hey guys, today we're working on the rear battery box for the Nissan 300ZX. We've got it started here, kind of halfway put together. We're getting bus bars put in. We're getting fuses put in, contactors, and then we have these we're gonna put on, and then we'll drop it in the car. So, and we'll make a mess while we're doing it. This car's been here for a while, and we want to get it rolling. A big part of that is getting the batteries in. We've got it started. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing assembled. We're gonna have to make a couple changes. We've got this monster of a bus bar here. We're gonna have to change the angle of this bend because we made some slight changes to the battery box design. We had to do some bending, as you saw before, to make our own custom bus bars, and we have a huge single piece casing from the outside that will protect it and keep it looking pretty sleek. We're gonna get started on that, so let's go.
All right, so we've got it kind of close to position, but we're needing a little bit more. So we got two of these engine hoists, trying to figure out how the best way to scoot it back. We're having to take it back out. The mounts on either side are colliding with some of the nuts right here. So everything fits except for those nuts.
These nuts?
We're gonna have to just do a little trimming, maybe on the nuts or maybe on the mounts themselves. Once we got the rear battery box mounted, we wanted to then address the wheels. All right, do not let the colors deceive you. This is metal. It is not 3D printed. Okay, maybe it is 3D printed. We 3D printed a wheel that the customer wants because we're trying to check offset and make sure everything clears. Oh yeah. Yeah. All right, so we got this on. A couple things we're concerned about. One is the clearance to the rim. And we got clearance there. I don't know how well you can see. It's kind of hard probably with black and shadows and stuff, but we do have clearance. The other is like this clearance. We actually have quite a bit here. So I think we'd want it to sit closer to the car. It's still poking out a bit. The rear calipers no longer match the front ones. So we stripped the front ones down, blasted them, painted them red, and put the Nissan logo on there. That's what the customer wanted. And the reds don't quite match the Tesla red, so we're gonna go ahead and strip the back and do the same thing. We got some custom wheels made for the Nissan. Looks so nice. All right, for the longest time, the Nissan has had this look. Again, we got the full front subframe and rear subframe from the Tesla Model 3, and tires and everything, so that way we could kind of put it on its wheels, roll it around. But that was never the intended look. This is more like the OEM. So we've even redone the calipers. So we just need to get some nice wheels on this. It'll be looking really good. All right, so we are flashing. This is for the Nissan. This is the second go around. We had one of the controllers kind of fail its power supply. So it's got an onboard power supply and it kind of pooped out. So replaced that one, we're sending that one back, but we've got another one. So we're flashing again. And I think the plan is today, if possible, we're gonna see if we can get both motors to spin. All right, it just hit 100%. Oh, it's gotta go again.
That oil pump sounds amazing.
Fix the calibration. So everything looks good so far. All right, so yeah, everything looks good so far. I think it usually has to go at least 3 times, so I think this is the 3rd time. It's 96, 97, 98. Are we done, or does that have to go one more?
Yeah,
one more.
4.
Okay, this is the 4th go around for 100%. Flash successful.
It should
Let's
restart it.
Yeah, there it goes, restarting it. Done. All right. So we got to hook up power cables and motor and stuff. Testing out the Nissan. So we got things flashed, and now we're got high voltage connected. So we're gonna try turning this on for the first time, see if we can get the motor to spin, or if we have to do some troubleshooting. Do you need anything plugged in up here? Okay, does it give you any new airs? And your brake switch makes the light go on? Nice. So we forgot, we got the manual shut off here. So there, now we're gonna try. Do you get voltage or no? No voltage? So we didn't have this one plugged in. It was there, just not quite plugged in. So we're gonna try again. Yeah, just give it a small little throttle input.
Oh my god.
Rear wheels, not front. No, the brakes have not been bled. Rear wheels, you might wanna go off. All right, so we've got some progress. The rear wheels are spinning, which is amazing. Front wheels are not. So we're not quite sure if it's a setting or quite what's going on. So we'll continue to work and keep you updated. All right, so we were learning about the Nissan and the motor controller. They told us that the car actually needs to be on the ground in order for the front motor to respond. So without further ado, we're gonna get this to drive. It's a nice clean windshield. So for this drive, we did not have power steering.
Want me to help you turn it a little bit?
And the accelerator pedal was not mounted, so I actually had the accelerator pedal in my hand. Had to squeeze it to accelerate. Sorry, we're just checking regen. So it's not giving us any regen. Okay, we'll turn it off. Oh man, yeah, look at those tires.
We have no suspension in the front.
So like the upper control arms are like hitting the
Yeah, it's touching
frame.
the body, yeah. It's heavy, man.
Yeah, nope. I was gonna say no regen though. Nissan here, when we were driving it, we figured out that it really didn't have any room to do any upward travel. So we had to do some cutting out up here and relieving just a little bit here and there. So again, when the drive axle shaft kind of gets up there, you need to make sure there's plenty of room. So John was busy cutting things away, but we're ready to kind of put things back together. All right, we were on our way to take it back out. We've done some work since last time, and we actually noticed a little smoke coming out of there.
Hey, can you disconnect the battery? The heater's on.
Our electric heater is functional, so we verified that, but we've now disconnected that, so we'll take it out for drive. All right, so we were getting a limp mode, and the limp mode they told us was due to the wheel size differences. So basically the front wheels and back wheels are just a slightly different size as far as like the diameter goes. Got to dial in the front wheel speed scaler. So that essentially tells the front how much faster or slower to spin than the back. All right, so Tony and I are in here. There's not super efficient way to do this. What we have to do is we have to do a log, and then we have to check the TC slip angle or slip something. And we need that close to 0. Last time we were around -40 or something. So what are we this time?
Last time we were like -30 to -70.
Now we're like 100 and something.
Now we're like from 30 to
Okay.
100.
So we should be able to do some math and figure out what this needs to be. We started out at 127. We went to 100. Now we're doing 119.
Yeah.
So, okay, go for drive.
Okay.
Okay, that's all we need. All right, so the first time our slip angle was like -30 or -40. Then we went one direction, it went to plus like 170 or something. So
We are from -40 to 72.
so maybe a little bit more. So for 119, we should go like 122 or 120 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll keep going.
Yeah.
I know, I think this next time maybe we just need to go on the road and go for a little bit longer. Yeah, so my thought is I'll just go left here, just, do a quick little UE and get maybe 5 minutes of logging.
Okay.
Does that work? Okay.
Okay, you were logging.
I guess that's the other thing to check though, right? We're in limp mode. Seems like maybe we're not.
zippy. Yeah, that's awesome. Pull over.
It sounded like we lost a hose clamp or something. We did tape a lot of things up and out of the way, so likely something just got knocked loose. So we're gonna continue our logging. All right, so I think we're there. So again, we're gonna do more logging. We don't have regen, but it did feel like we're not in limp mode, which is awesome. So we'll head back to the parking lot, see if this can do small wheel burnouts maybe. Because we got full juice, we think we have got full juice, we're gonna do a little burnout. We feel like that's important. It's important for testing. We actually learned a lot from doing this. So it's for testing. It's for company purposes. Okay, you tell me when you're ready. We're in drive, right? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that sounded like something broke. All right, so there was a loud thud. So we're not going to continue our luck. We're gonna just roll, make sure we can drive, see if we hear anything. Sounds fine. But anyways, enough of the thud that it made us
Give it like, yeah, go
a
up
quarter
just a little.
because I'm submitting to peer pressure. So we'll go a little more aggressive. So again, we're just trying to roll on so we're not putting things quite so violently, but we'll try and roll on. It is pretty dang quick, so. Okay, here we go.
Drive.
3, 2, 1. That's awesome. The thing is a blast.
Yeah, on this pull right here, you were accelerating and then I got front wheel spin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's insane, front wheel spin.
Yep.
Now, I'm not sure if it was, I can't remember if I was in neutral and then we went into drive and then we launched, or if it was we put it into reverse and there's a little bit of slop on it and then put it into drive and then it...
Like well, I can slow-mo it back, but it spun and then it looked like it hooked up.
Yeah. You know when you see a tire on a rim, it goes ping? That's kind of what it sounded like. And so it was like slipping and then hooked up.
Yeah, it was violent enough that made me think that something broke
Like an axle.
or something like shifted, like we just seated the motor. It wasn't fully seated and now it's seated or something like
I
that.
thought we broke a drive shaft or something.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded
Maybe
like.
it hooked in it.
Go. All right, so we are back on the lift. We just want to make sure we didn't break anything. It kind of sounded like a loud pop, but again, we just want to be cautious. We don't really see anything. I kept expecting like maybe something was like shifted or settled or broken, but we don't see anything. So we'll definitely keep a close eye and we'll keep doing those burnouts for you. The burnout successfully removed all the stickers from the tires. So that's the best way to do it. And what about those wheels? They look awesome. Would it make Tony uncomfortable if I put my seatbelt on? He's like, what the heck?
Would it make you uncomfortable if I used my seatbelt on your latch?
All right, go. Oh yeah, I can feel it in reverse, the regen. Okay, go for drive.
Still there.
Still there? Yeah, there it is. Okay. We'll just go for... We're just gonna go around the block. All right, so we got regen working. I think we had switched... We had swapped out a can wire. It's going the wrong way, but now it's working. So that's very quick. And then that's all our regen that's slowing down, so it's good. That was amazing. I'm super thrilled that we got this far. We've got still lots to go. So thanks for tuning in. See you next time. You're welcome. Poor panel.